Hi everyone, today is April 4th, 2022, and I read 1 Samuel chapter 24. Giving a short summary of what happened in this chapter, after hearing that David was at En-gedi, Saul takes 3,000 men and goes after him. Then Saul goes into a cave to relieve himself, without knowing the fact that David and his men were also in the inner parts of that same cave. Now David is encouraged by his men to end all the pain and misery he's going through by killing Saul. But David obviously does not give ear to this, and when given the chance to kill Saul, he instead cuts the corner of his clothes. Our chapter today ends with David confronting Saul and using the piece of cloth as evidence of his mercy. From this chapter, I want to discuss the following topics: grace, trust, and peace. And I know that these things that I just mentioned are extremely hard to pursue in life, but starting off with grace, I think this might be the rarest trait to find in people these days. Everyone's all about making people pay for their actions, and although the wrong must be justified, when we're given the choice to choose grace, most of us barely go for it. Now moving on to trust and peace, I really like the way God used David in this chapter. To be specific, I really liked verse 12, and it says, "May the Lord judge between me and you, may the Lord avenge me against you, but my hand shall not be against you." Basically, David trusted that God will judge and provide him with justice, and the right thing for him to do in that immediate situation was to choose peace even with his enemies. The reason I mention this is not because it's a Christian-y or churchy thing for us to do, but it's because this is how we live. We live by God's grace, and it only logically makes sense for us to do the same for our brothers and sisters around us. Well, that's it for today's journey. I thank you all so much for joining, and I'll make sure to see you guys again tomorrow. Bye!